In this video, I will show you how to start your profitable non-medical home care agency in Florida. So not only that, I'm also going to walk you through the journey of one of my students, Caroline, from how we help her from starting her agency to where she is now. So stay tuned. Welcome back to our channel. I am Homecare boss Denis, and what we do, I help burnt out, overworked, frustrated healthcare professionals and nurses start and grow their own profitable home care agency so they can have more freedom, more income, more flexibility, more of a life, and build generational wealth. So in this video, I'm going to show you the step-by-step process on what you need to do in order to get started with your home care agency in Florida. So in Florida, they divide non-medical home care agency into two different categories. We have what we call Homemaker and Companion and Home Health Non-Skill. In this video, I'm only gonna discuss Homemaker and Companion, and I will do another video and discuss Home Health Non-Skill. So now let's dive in. So what is a Homemaker and Companion agency, and what service can you provide? A Homemaker and Companion agency, it's an agency where you can provide companion services. That means as an agency, you can send your caregivers to your client home. They can cook for them, keep them company, do light housekeeping, take them to their doctor's office, basically be their personal assistant, and provide any work that we call that is hands off. What does that mean? Anything where they don't have to touch the patient, they can do. And they cannot do anything that is hands-on. When we're talking about hands-on, if the patient needs a bed, that's not something that they can do because that is outside of the scope of a Homemaker and Companion agency. So now that you understand the scope and you understand what it means to have a Homemaker and Companion agency, let's dive into the step-by-step process of what you need to do. And if you are new to the channel, I put content like this every 5 days a week, okay? I put great content like this 5 days a week. So make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so you can get notified when I put amazing content like this, because our goal here is to spread all over the world best practices in the home care industry so you can become the home care boss that you desire to be. So your first step really is to really research and understand the requirements for having a Homemaker and Companion agency in the state of Florida. So in this case, the requirements are almost none, right? You can run a Homemaker and Companion agency in the comfort of your home. You don't have to be to have any specific degree. You don't have to be a nurse. Really, all that you have to be 18 years old, and you also want to make sure that you have a clean background check. Those are the requirements. Simple, right? Super easy. So now that you know the requirements, your next step will be you need to choose a name for your business. Your business is your baby. You have to name it. So you have to choose a name for your business. So I remember my student, Caroline, I met her online just like I'm meeting you now back in 2020. And she was like, Sue, I want you to help me get started with my home care agency. And I remember our first assignment, Caroline, you need to choose a name for your business, right? And she came back to me. She was excited. She's like, Sue, I got a name. You know what? My name is Caroline. My nickname is Lillian. So we're going to call this business Lillian Heart Services. And I was like, hold up. No. LOL. We're not calling this business Lillian Heart Services because we have to be looking at the vision. What is the vision you have for this business? Where do you want to take this business, right? And after going back and forth, we decided, hey, the name that we're going to choose was Devoted Caregivers of South Florida. So now that we had agreed on a name, Our next step was to make sure that the name is available, because not every name that you choose is available. So you want to make sure that you choose a name that is available. So our team did like extensive research for a name. We make sure our name was available, because if the name is not, if you choose a name that somebody else already has, you may get into legal trouble, and that's not what you want. You're just starting a business. You're not looking for any legal trouble. So once we choose the name, we verified the name was good. The second step was to make sure she choose a business structure for her home care business. You probably have heard of LLCs. That is a business structure for your business. This is one of the most popular, but there are other business structures. But most people usually go with an LLC, so you have to choose the business structure. Once you choose the business structure for your business, your next step is to register your business with Florida Secretary of State. That is really important. Really, that is huge. I remember when I first registered my business with the Secretary of State, and I saw my business, I saw my LLC. That was like huge. I was excited, because it makes you feel official. Yes, I finally got this. Then once you do that, you choose your business. Of course, there are some legal requirements that you have to complete in between. Once you complete your legal requirements, now you have to go and really review the state application and see what is needed, and you need to fill out that state application. Once you fill out that state application, now it's time to submit the application to the state. Once you submit, you did your part. Now we are in the waiting period. And this is the period where I see a lot of people make mistakes. A lot of people, once they submit the application, they become anxious. They're like, hey, I'm waiting for my license. I'm waiting for my license. When is it? When is it? And they don't do anything. They just anxious and fixated on their license. This is one of the biggest mistakes that I've seen people do in the early stage of getting their home care business started. Don't do this, okay? Since you're listening to me, please don't make this mistake. So during the waiting period, there's a lot of things for you to do. This is the time for you to really get your policy and procedure manual together. Your policy and procedure manual is a comprehensive book of rules that contains all of the policy and procedures, the regulations that your states require of you on how to run the business. You also want to make sure you get all of your employee paperwork. So when you hire, think of it, you're going to need employee handbook, you're going to need employment applications, all of those things. So make sure you get those things ready. Your client paperwork, when you bring in a client on board, you're going to need paperwork for the client to get on board with you. So you want to make sure you get all of those ready. But most importantly, what you want to do, you want to get yourself educated on the business. Because a lot of us, what we do, we're like, hey, this is a great business idea. Let me get started. And you don't get yourself educated. You don't know how to run a business, right? You don't know how to get clients. You don't know the business. How are you going to succeed when you're not educated and trained on home care management? So you can know how to manage your business. So the waiting period is the perfect time for you to get educated, to learn, how do I hire? How do I fire? How do I keep my employees? How do I staff? How do I schedule my employees so I stay in compliance with labor law? How do I get clients? This is the time for you to get trained and get and learn the business. So once your license comes, you can hit the ground running, right? You can hit the ground running. So those are the steps that you need to do in order to get your Homemaker and Companion agency started in Florida. So now this is the step that you need to do in order to get your Homemaker and Companion agency started in Florida. Those are the steps that my student Nicoline took. She started a business, she named it Devoted Caregivers of South Florida. She got training from us in order to know how to run the business, how to operate the business, how to get clients. We help her compile all the paperwork, her policy and procedures, everything that she needed. And guess what? 3 years later, her agency is still going strong, and I am so proud of her as a home care boss. So I know you too can be a home care boss, and you're looking at this like it's like, hey, I'm inspired. I want to do this. What is my next step? Make sure you click the link below, download our free checklist, and schedule an appointment, and let's discuss how we can help you put your agency together and get you to your next level in your business.